If anyone needs a journal,
Listen.
if anyone needs a journal, I have journals. If you don't have one, like you never got one, or you don't want to tell me, but you left it at home kind of thing. I would like you to write this down.
Yes, sir. I say yes, sir.
You can't see it? Okay. You could sit next to her. And I know her name, but I'm trying not to say names since I'm recording. You can sit next to her if that would help you see better, or I'll just read it to you. It says multiplication rule. Multiplication is spelled multiplication. multiplication. Multiplication rule, RULE. Okay, the rule is, and I want you to write this down just like it's written up on the board. When multiplying numbers or letters with the same base, you add the exponents. Okay? When multiplying numbers or letters with the same base, you add the exponents. There are two words in here that we need to define before we're able to move on. We need to know what base means, and we need to know what exponent means. Sir? You know it?
Oh, I think I know what base means.
What's a base?
Like, I guess like the root number. Foundation. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So that's good. Good job. So let me give some examples up here. We're going to label these. Just make, not like a new line and write these down. Okay. Which one of these numbers is the base?
I think it's 4.
Correct. That's the base. So what is this number called?
Exponent.
Exponent. Okay. How about here? What's the base? X. What's the 2?
Exponent.
And here the base is y. What's the exponent?
1.5.
Negative 1/2. So there's a couple of things being taught right now. One of the things is that the exponent can be a whole number, could be a fraction, or it could be even a negative fraction. Guys, it could even be a letter. Okay? It doesn't matter. It could be a negative letter. It could be a negative letter over another letter. It's that little tiny number up in the top right of the bigger number. I'm just going to check audio and visual here. Okay, we're good. All right, guys. So we're about 1/3 of the way done. Can I erase this?
Yes.
All right. Just want to make sure. All right. Can someone read this rule out loud? Sir.
When multiplying numbers or letters with the same base, you add the exponents.
Very good. So, we're going to write this down now. Let's multiply 4 times 4. So right away I need to point something out that if not told, it would be very confusing. When there is nothing written here, what is there invisibly?
A zero. A one.
So we always want to label when we're doing this, we always want to label, okay? So let's see if we can perform this operation. By the way, what is 4 times 4? Okay, good. So we know that, but we're not going to write that down. We're just going to follow this. So this is called the base. Here's the base. Here's exponent, exponent. Gentleman right here said, when multiplying numbers or letters with the same base, you add the exponent. So are these bases the same? Yes. So our answer is 4 raised to the power of 1 plus 1. And what's 1 plus 1? Okay, so it's 4 raised to the power of 2. What's another way we can say 4 raised to the power of 2? 4, it's a shape. It's a 4-sided shape, equal length on each side. Yeah, 4 squared. Okay, so when you hear me say 4 squared, I mean 4 raised to the power of 2. Now, can you put in 4? Here's what she's going to enter into the calculator. She's going to enter 4 housetop 2, and then she's going to hit enter, okay? This is the symbol to make something an exponent. This is the symbol you need in delta math, and this is the symbol you need in the calculator. What is it? 16. Well, you knew that already, right? You guys knew that already, okay? All right. Can I erase? Could we have another person in the room please read this multiplication rule? Yes?
And multiplying numbers or letters with the same base, you have the exponents.
Excellent, yeah. When multiplying numbers or letters with the same base, you add the exponent. So here's a new example. Ready? So before we begin, there's 2 things I want to write. First, what number goes here?
A one.
A 1. Good. Very important. For second, what big number should I put to the left of this x squared?
Big number.
A 1.
Oh.
So we don't get confused. We know that there's a 1 there. That's especially important to write when there's just a negative sign sitting in front of the x squared. That can get confusing. Okay. All right. So the process here to do this is to start by doing the easy thing. What's 1 times 5? 5. Okay, so the first part of our answer is done. We don't have to worry about the numbers anymore. Now, we're just going to write x. Now, when multiplying numbers or letters with the same base is x, they're both the same. What do we do?
Add the exponent.
So what do I add together?
2 plus 1.
Okay, and what is that?
3.
So the final answer is 5x to the 3rd power, or raised to the power of 3. Give me a 3-dimensional square. What's the name for a 3-dimensional square? Cube. So this is also called 5x cubed. I will say that occasionally without clarifying that I mean 5x raised to the power of 3. 5x cubed. Okay? Was this manageable? You guys understand how we did this? Okay. Can I erase this and do another one? Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody say no? Okay. Hey, you guys are doing great. It's clear to me that you got this. Okay, so now we're going to add in the parentheses from yesterday. Remember that? Where we had to use the property? Distributive property. Okay, so here I'm going to write 3x, open parentheses, 5 plus x, close parentheses. PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. PEMDAS says start with the parentheses. Okay, I'm going to look in here. 5 plus x. Well, 5 and x I can't add them together in any significant way, so I can't do anything. So I'm just going to move on, and we don't have any exponents, so I'm going to move on to multiplication. Okay, so by multiplication I mean distribute. So we'll draw our distribution lines. This first one has nothing to do with what we were learning here. This is just something from yesterday. What's 3x times 5?
15x.
15x. Very good. Okay, now here we go. What number should go in front of the x? A 1. What exponent?
1.
A 1? Good. Over here, what exponent? A 1. Nice. Okay, good. So now, we do this in our heads. What is 3 times 1?
3.
So I'm going to write plus 3, and then I'll write the x, because I know I'm going to have 3x raised to the power of something. Now what do I do?
Add the 1.
1 plus 1 is 2, so 3x squared. Yes? And that's it. That's it. So we're going to do another example like this, because these problems are exactly what you have in your Delta Math assignment for today. You just have the 5 completion problems. You get 100 if you just complete the assignment. So can I erase this? We're going to do one more. And I'm going to add in one more level of complexity by adding in another letter. Okay, so we'll see how that works. Let's do 3y, open parentheses, negative x plus 2y squared. Before we begin, we're going to add in all of our little ones. Okay, so here's a 1, here's a 1, here's a 1. Everything else is good. Okay, so we can't do anything inside the parentheses, so we're just going to get those distribution lines going here. So follow me on this, and everything will be all right. What is 3 times negative 1? -3, so that's our first term. Now, don't overthink this. What is y times x? And remember, you cannot use this because they are not the same base. What is y times x? Don't overthink it. The less you think, the righter you will be. What is y times x? It's almost so simple, it's beneath you. Yes, Kylie.
I know. It's
Okay.
XY.
It's just xy, okay? So you can't do anything with it, so you just write xy. So we'll go over here and we'll write xy, okay? Great job. Yeah, and you see, I want to point something out. It doesn't matter if I write yx or xy. I write xy because I'm thinking alphabetically, x, y, z. But yx is the same thing as xy. Okay, we're done with the first part. Oh, thank God. All right, so now we're on to the second part. What is 3 times 2? 6. Positive 6, right? So because it's positive 6, I'll write plus 6. Bases are the same. Check. Add the exponents. No, just one. Okay, so it's 6y raised to the power of 3. Okay, before we go to our homework, raise your hand if you feel like you understand what we have learned today about this multiplication rule. Good. That's good. That's most people. And it's okay if you didn't raise your hand. I'm here to help. So here's what your assignment is, okay? And you have plenty of time to get this done and you won't have any homework. Is to just go on deltamath.com, sign in. Yes, you may. And do the problem that says distributive property. I'll write it here. I just spelled it wrong. Dist rib, like the McRib. Distributive property. Property. Okay? I think it says distributive property number 1 or something like that. Okay, any more questions before I cut the mic and put on some music so you guys can do your work and chill? 3, 2, 1. Thank you for watching at home. All right.